It is what it is. Hey, I saw the results. I still woke up and chased. I'm hungry for this. I'm hungry for this. Bro. I want the world and everything. And I just tell my girl I love her. Say she loving me, but she mad at me. So she spell it L-U-V. Living lavishly. Walk around in double C. Got no salary. Everything I kill, I eat. They all doubted me. Till they see me on the screen. They all proud of me. Same people that ain't believe. Burning calories. Running shit up with my team. Say your majesty. Know I'm living like a king. About 25 a day, this is my daily schedule. Ain't about who doing better, cause we gon' win together. I hit another level.
What's good, YouTube? What's good, YouTube? We are on time. We are on time.
Welcome,
yes, welcome back to No Middleman. I forgot to put it in the thing. No Middleman Season 1. This should be episode 27 or 28.
Ooh, it's been that long already.
It should be 28. Episode 28 of No Middleman.
Wow.
So yeah, we got a good one for y'all today. How are you doing, Miss April?
I'm doing well. It's Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. We didn't do tacos though.
That fad went away. I ain't heard use Taco Tuesday. I mean, I know people do it, but you don't see it as much as you used to. I used to see it a lot with LeBron James and his family.
Mm-hmm.
They too.
We had Alfredo chicken, and I put some spinach in mine. It was pretty good. Yeah.
Hopefully, everybody out there is doing well. We're gonna let y'all get in here. Make sure you don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you're going out and watching everybody's channel. That's a part of the No Middleman podcast. We might be looking for a third co-host, y'all. Plug is a no call, no show. We don't know what happened to Uncle Plug TV.
Plug, you need to come on back. We need you.
I didn't know where Uncle Plug TV is. Let us know. His Buccaneers won last night. Maybe they chose to just move.
They sure did.
Maybe they chose to move to Houston. I don't know, but you know, no call. What's up, Jen? So yeah, we might be looking to replace him, y'all. So any suitors, make sure y'all come in the comments. Let us know if y'all want to do some tryouts up here. But no, other than that, awesome Tuesday. Tomorrow is the greatest day in the land. For those who don't know, it's my birthday, so it's the greatest day. And we still will be going live tomorrow.
Nothing. We'll have the birthday show tomorrow. We need a special edition.
Yeah, we'll play some 2 Chainz.
Special edition.
We'll play 2 Chainz birthday. We'll get demonetized.
Did the world stop when you came into the world? Did it stop?
Oh yeah, it stopped.
Oh, it paused for a brief moment.
Not a brief moment, the whole day, a whole 24. So great day. Shout out to my cousin Brittany too, man. She out in Houston. We have the same birthday, so shout out to Brittany.
Happy birthday, Brittany. Happy birthday, Norris.
Thank you.
Oh man,
that is Virgo season. Hey, I told I'm getting more ruthless tomorrow. I ain't saying my age, but I'm getting more ruthless tomorrow. The older you get, the more ruthless you get. You got less time left. You gotta stick it to the man. You gotta stick it to the man.
I hear that.
So everybody tomorrow, make sure you do whatever you need to do with your bank accounts to push money forward. Take it out of savings, put it in checking. We need birthday cash tomorrow.
You post your cash out.
So tomorrow we'll do that. We'll do an OnlyFans YouTube tomorrow. Need y'all to get your money together. Get your money together. It's my birthday tomorrow. You know what I mean? Buy a man a drink or something. You know, it's a blessing. It's a blessing to see it for sure. So what's up? Guys? What's good? So we got some people in here. We finna go ahead and get this thing started. We got a great show lined up for y'all tonight. As you see on the thumbnail, the big gamble. We're going to be talking about a few things today, but we're going to start off with the topic that's popping right now. For those who been living under a rock, Cameron had Adrien Broner on his show, and he had to quickly escort him out the show. There was some things going on, so we're going to hear them talk a little bit, and then me and April are going to give our opinions on what we feel like. But just keep in mind, the big gamble is the name of today's show, and it's all going to add up at the end of the day. So here we go.
And
for sure.
And a lot of people, what I really liked about you is that you know how to talk. A lot of people who can talk, but they can't fight. A lot of people can fight, but they can't talk. I love the slogan, the can man. I like when them niggas used to get mad when you used to do your interviews after the fight, and they be like, "Don't say this, nigga. We on cable. What the fuck you mean? Don't say this. We gonna say what the fuck we want to say."
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because it's cable. We can say what the fuck we want to say. It's just like the show. We can say what the fuck we want to say.
Exactly, 100%. So when I see you taking off some time,
I'm mesmerized by style.
This nigga here, bro.
I did not know you looked that good in person.
Thank you. Because why does everybody tell me that? Like, I don't know how to take that.
Now you
like,
gassing it?
No. It's just like if somebody tells you that you look better in person than on camera, then it's like, damn, do I look bad on camera? Like you think that about yourself too?
No, but you look so good in person.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, what do you think about the welterweight?
You like that singer?
What's the singer name, baby?
Man, hey, you look like that singer, and you know who I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure you heard it before.
If you're gonna say Coco Jones,
yes,
then I've been told that a lot.
Yeah,
Coco Jones.
You look dead on her.
Hey, the welterweight division. What do you think about it right now?
What you wasted that?
I'm not gonna say my weight on camera.
Yeah, that's like crazy.
I'm not gonna answer that. Not the way I'm supposed to be. But the welterweight division,
right? Stat. I love you. I'm sorry. My bad, y'all. My bad. The welterweight division though is everybody moving up. Everybody moving up. I mean, you see Terrence, he just moved up. Everybody moving up. Everybody moving up.
If you fought again, would it be welterweight or 154?
40 pounds. I'm coming to get it.
Who's at 140?
Everybody.
It's a good question. Like he said,
Name those that are still at 140.
I don't know because like he said, everybody's moving up. And then the thing about it, that'd be a good question for Sin. And I'm pretty sure A knows who's at 140 because he looked like he got his eyes.
Yeah,
on
name three for us.
Adrien Broner, Adrien Broner.
Mace looking up to 140.
Yeah, I'm looking them up.
All right, let me see before we go because we'll come back to boxing, man. I know we got to get ready to get into some football. My last question is: where's your relationship at today with Tank and Floyd?
Tank will always be my baby brother. That's my baby brother, man.
Right.
You know, last time I seen him though, that nigga made me cry, man.
Why is that? How?
We was he didn't know I was there. He was at the casino in Miami, and he didn't know I was there. I grabbed him and we hung together all night with pause. But we
and just be patient. They're about to get there. I try to speed up the talking speed, but even 1 1/4, they still talking a little slow. So we'll be wrong.
We was together all night, and then he dropped me off. He dropped me off, and but before I got out the car, he said, "Here." He gave me every dime he had on him. That shit made me cry because I used to do the same shit for him.
That's what's up. Yeah, y'all had the TV show 25/8, all that shit. I know that's your brother, absolutely. And what about with Floyd? Okay, I guess we can move on to football then.
Stat. Oh my God.
Just that. Let's do the football. I guess that answered the question about Floyd.
Okay. Well, you ready for football?
Stat.
Today we are joined with our analyst.
Listen, all right. You know, y'all want to know what's crazy, bro? I really love that nigga, bro. Hey, I love him, bro. You know what I mean? Our relationship probably not.
And wait to see what Cameron notices it, so he's gonna call it out in a second. So
be the best, but I can really sit and say that I love the nigga.
That's what's up. I'm pretty sure he love you too, man. Sometimes it be like that, bro. It be like that. So
I know the real static though.
What is it? What's the real static?
Stat.
I think you deflect when I ask a question, you don't want to answer the stat. And try to go to stat because you don't want to answer the question. If you don't want to answer the question, it's cool because you presented it because we was going to move on. But then you said, I know the real static. So now you're leaving a cliffhanger. I guess, can we talk about the real static or do we need to move on?
I mean, stat.
Guess that means move on. I want to talk about
there ain't no
real
commercial
stat.
breaks, but
Yeah,
it's
man.
okay. It's all right.
No, I would never. I mean, you know, I would never do it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get it. I understand 100%. Sometimes some things don't need to be said, but you said what you need to say. So I understand.
I mean, we'll talk though.
Yeah.
We'll talk. We'll talk.
All right, let's get it.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get started with football. Today we are joined with our analyst, Arabia.
Arabia, what's up?
Hello, hello.
Arabia.
Well, hi, how are you?
Good, man. How you been?
Been really, really good. So I offer a new service now where people can book chats with me one-on-one. Thank you so much. Having good football talks. Yeah, it's not that. This is not an OnlyFans situation. When you get on the camera, just have some decorum. But really good football chats. I feel energized and ready to talk about week 2.
That's what's up.
Hey,
Arabia, is that a real background?
hey, Stat, could you stop?
Yes.
Can you stop smiling? You.
Arabia is
Now, yo, bro, some G, yo, bro, some G shit. We gotta.
Oh,
have boyfriend here, yo.
all right. Oh, shit.
I told you that.
My bad.
Nah, like it's all like. Pause the show for a minute. Like I love your energy and the shit.
My bad,
Not
my
like
bad,
your
my
energy
bad.
good,
My
but it got to be a limit with it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? All right.
Yeah.
And trust me, I love you. You know you my brother. I'm just saying it was cool, but her boyfriend
Nigga
here.
Cam just checked me.
Nah, you my brother. I'm saying like, yo, what type of brother?
Nah, put
what
that
type of brother
on-
I'm gonna
nah,
be
put
if
that-
her boyfriend here and like it's of course you know Stat look good, but it got to be a limit, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I gotta stop that shit.
Yeah, it's all good. All right. Sorry about that, Nick.
I'm all right. Then-
All right. Sorry about that. And I ain't trying to come at you, but that's my sister too. So,
Yeah.
all right, yo.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna fast forward.
okay. I'll bring her.
Last but not least, that defense goes putting the cart before does not have enough time to throw it. If he's constantly on his back, pause, getting Burrow injury, unfortunately. A lot of it
Cincinnati Bengal fan too. So you got it first.
I can't talk. I mean, all right. You told me to stop. My bad, bro. You're amazing.
All right, hey, we gonna have to ask you to go, my nigga. I mean, I have to ask you to go, man. I'm gonna pay you for your time, for being here. I appreciate you. But
I
love you, my nigga.
I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, no. I can't. I asked you the first time. I don't have no problems with you, but I'm gonna pay you for your time. But you can't violate, bro. I told you that.
I'm not, though. I'm not.
Nah, I told you niggas boyfriends in here. You know when my brother
Oh, shit,
know
my
that.
bad, bro. My bad.
Nah. But I appreciate your time.
It's me.
Nah, I mean, well, if you want to wait for us outside, you could, but I'm not gonna sit and not value your time either.
That's why I love you, Cam. You a good nigga, man.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you. If you want to wait for me, you could, but I appreciate it, bro. You gotta jump out. Thank you, man. Yeah, no problem.
So as y'all see there, sorry that it took a while to get there, but that happened on Cameron's show. He had to escort him off the show due to him saying a lot of just disrespectful things to Stats. He let him know that her boyfriend was there in the room. Be respectful. But what did you see there, April? You muted.
Something ain't right upstairs. When you ask a grown man several times and he still refuses to respect a young lady, then something isn't right. He was overly infatuated with her, I think, in that moment. And somehow his brain don't know how to turn that off when he was asked to turn it off. I think Cameron was more than grace, gave him enough grace to get himself together. And honestly, if her boyfriend was in the room like they said he was, then he held himself together well as well, because we didn't see the boyfriend in the room. So, but honestly, I don't. Something's going on mentally, and actually, when he started talking about his brother, you can see his mind drift into some thoughts that wasn't good. So I don't know their personal story, but maybe he was trying to get away from that, mentioning the brother and then refocusing on her. But somehow that was a huge infatuation at that moment, and he just could not get past her beauty.
Yeah.
So
we would call that very predatorial nature for sure. What I noticed though, because what me and April are going to be talking about today, that's what I was just gonna let people know. Too classic beat me to the punch. Adrien has a drinking problem. Yeah,
So
he's
he must have been intoxicated.
Oh yeah, you could tell by his slurring of the words. You could tell how he couldn't really focus. But I knew it was going to go left when you heard him say, "Oh, Cameron just checked me." And I know everybody who knows Adrien know he still has a huge ego. Still has that, that boxing mindset, regardless of what's going on. He gonna get the last lick for sure. But watching him, it was sad, man, especially when he left. It was almost like he just wanted to get paid and get out of there. Kind of going back to what Classic was saying, I think he's just trying to get that next fix or whatever he needs. But I just want to send big prayers out to Adrien, man. He was one of the best top boxers out there for a while, man. He had all the talents, all the gifts. But this stuff is going to add up today as y'all sit here and watch this show. It's called The Big Gamble because we just kind of playing that off of Vegas, but there's a lot of topics we're going to talk about today that's going to tie in with mental health. Also going into just people making decisions that maybe they shouldn't make that are now having a down spiral with them.
And before you say that, can I say something right quick?
Yeah.
I appreciate Cameron really stepping up because there's some men out there who won't and who will just watch what happens. So that's real big for me with Cameron. I mean, I understand that was his show too. So with him stepping up the way he did, and he had that tiny bit of grace, but he knew when to cut it off and get him out of there. So I really respect him in that sense too.
And to me, I think Cameron showed you what a friend looks like unconditionally. I think as Classic mentioned, we all know he has a drinking issue. It's kind of what inspired his boxing career. He goes viral a lot, just doing crazy things on different platforms. But I think, like you said, he had that grace. I think Cameron kind of knew what he needed, gave him what he needed, and moved on from there. So, but again, we're going to be talking about a lot of this today. So just pay attention to what's going on, man. There's a lot going on in society today. And I feel like a lot of people are just gambling on their mental health, but also just gambling on life. Because like April said, if that wasn't Cameron, they could have went left in the wrong environment.
In the wrong environment with the wrong men around. And that goes back to what we've talked about before too. Being in a space with a man for protection as well. A woman needs a man for protection as well. So he had her, covered in that sense. Even though that was in his house, I'm gonna say that's his house because it's his business, it's his show. He knew what to do, as a stand-up dude to get him up out of there. And it's probably not gonna affect their friend, Adrien's and Cameron's friendship at all. But he knew where he stood and he knew what he had to do to bring back that safe space for her to operate and do what she needed to do on her end.
But just wanted to play that because it's been going around. So if y'all get a chance, Trisha, you didn't miss too much. We on the icebreaker. That was just Cameron and Adrien Broner's. He had to escort him out due to him saying some disrespectful things to the female that was there. Gave him multiple warnings, but he showed him a lot of grace, like April said. Very respectful, man. Big shout out to Cameron, man. I thought that was dope. So big shouts to him, man. You can see his growth over the time periods too. I don't know if people been following him, but he's growing, man, in the whole content game. Him and Mace doing their thing. So, but with that being said, Cameron kept trying to transition over to the NFL. They couldn't get there. So we gonna take y'all to the NFL. We're gonna be over here with Coach JB and Big Smitty breaking some news, man. I got my boy on today, Shedeur. Got his Cleveland, shirt on today. So big shout out to Shedeur. But, just learning stuff every week about my guy. So we're going to talk about this. This is actually Coach JB and Big Smitty talking about Shedeur was actually supposed to go to the Ravens in the 5th round, and they chose not to. So we're going to play the video, get some of your guys' opinion in the chat, and then me and April give our opinion too, because we all know April is part of the flock. So here we go.
In the 5th round.
It is.
But before Baltimore could turn in the card,
this should have been thumbnail.
let it be known that he didn't want to be on the roster with Lamar Jackson, where he would be a long-term backup. I guess Shedeur Sanders responded to the pregame report that he asked the Ravens not to draft him And I guess this is a quote, I guess, from him saying my response is, I'm focused on the now. I don't really talk about anything in the past or in whatever happened in the past. It is what it is. I'm more focused on now. I'm more focused on how this game that we just gone and had and figuring out how to move forward from now. So I got a strong opinion on this, but let me hear from you. You got an issue with this?
Nah, let's hear it. I want to hear your take.
Yeah, I don't know why everybody's so hyped up about this. And it has nothing to do with
Makes sense.
Like over Deion or the Sanders. I'm saying if you have aspirations to eventually start, why go to the Baltimore Ravens where Lamar Jackson is what? Is he like 28 years old? He's not even 30 years old yet. You're never going to play. Like, it just is what it is. I saw people comparing it to Aaron Rodgers sat behind Brett Favre for 3 years. Okay, Brett Favre was like 36 at the time when they drafted him, a different situation. Context matters. We love to just throw examples out there when at the end of the day, context matters. Mahomes was behind Alex Smith for a little bit. Alex Smith wasn't a franchise quarterback. We knew that. He was a placeholder. So all I'm saying is if I'm Shedeur Sanders and I have belief in myself, which he should, and every other kid should, and I want to at least have the opportunity to start one day, being behind Lamar Jackson is not, I'm never going to reach that. Never. Let's be real. There's never, Lamar could probably play till he's close to 40. So he's going to just be a career backup. Now, if it happens that way, just organically because you're not that good, that's cool. But you, as a young guy, you want to at least give yourself a chance. And you know, in Cleveland, you got a chance. So I just don't understand, like, as a competitor, you want to play. What's the big deal?
That may have been the dumbest take you've ever made on the show. That's again why I say stop talking quarterbacks on me. You got to stop.
I appreciate you saying that.
You got to stop doing it.
This isn't a quarterback really conversation.
I respect. What is it?
It's more of like he is a quarterback, but the conversation is more so about being a competitor and putting yourself in the best position to play. It don't matter what position. I would say the same thing about DN, about like whatever.
So be a competitor and be the third string in Cleveland. Got it. Anyway, you got to stop talking about quarterbacks, sir.
Do you think, before you go into your little rant, do you think he would have a better chance at starting faster with the Cleveland Browns or the Baltimore Ravens?
He's not starter though. I don't. That's what. That's the prime sexual.
Great job avoiding the question. Continue. Great job of avoiding the question.
That's the prime sexuality in you, dog. You got to stop with the prime sexuality shit, homie. Like, when are you gonna stop? Like, when are you gonna realize he's a bust? When are you gonna realize he's a fucking shitbird who's all about him? You give a fuck less about anything else. When are you gonna realize? When are you gonna realize he's not good? Like, I don't understand, homie. I don't get the defense in this motherfucker. I don't understand it. Here's the issue. So you rather go behind an old Flacco, a Deshaun Watson on an unlimited contract that you can't get rid of, over Lamar Jackson and learn football on a good football team with a real structure and environment and culture and organization that's winning, that's a winner? You rather do that than go to Cleveland?
Joe Flacco is a Super Bowl champion. That's a hell of a vet to be behind. So he's learning tremendously from Joe Flacco, number one.
But you don't micro that.
Joe Flacco is 40 years old, which means he's about to leave at some point soon. Deshaun Watson is cooked. So, yes, I'm putting myself in the best position to go out there and play. Now it's really going to be – it comes down to him and the rookie.
The micro in you is unbelievable. It's almost unrealistic. There's no way you can really be, like, serious. Like, at some point, I got to think you're trolling me.
The Sanders hate at some point has to go away.
So that's Coach JB and Big Smitty. I love watching them in the morning, man, from 8 to 11. Y'all shout out to Coach JB, Big Smitty, man. What are your thoughts on that? With you being a member of the flock, what is your thoughts on knowing that, hey, Shedeur did not want to sit behind Lamar Jackson?
Honestly, I think he would. I agree with JB. He would have had a better chance in starting with the Ravens. Well, he might not have started as soon as he liked, but he would have had a better chance with starting as a Raven, and also being behind Lamar and actually getting to like practice next to him on a daily basis, just about, and learning from him too as well. I'm not saying Lamar is God when it comes to QBs, but I'm just saying he knows his stuff and he got some stats out there, and he could probably, and so does Flacco too, but maybe I honestly think he probably would have had a better chance over at the Ravens or a better future, honestly, over at the Ravens than with the Browns right now.
So this has been my argument the whole time, because I know me and Blood talked about this a few times too. And Ravens was one of the teams that I brought up. And everybody was like, no. And I always looked at Shedeur as he's not starting tomorrow.
No.
Like, I never looked at Shedeur as he's going to go and be a starter. Like, I didn't look at him in that manner. when I was looking at the NFL draft. And I do also agree with Coach JB on this. I think going to the Ravens would have gave him a better opportunity to grow, to be in a franchise that is also winning at the same time. When winning is happening, that means positive things are happening around the team as well. With that being said, look at people like Daniel Jones, for instance, right? Everybody thought he was a bust with the Giants. He didn't play well, but look at him now. Look at Daniel Jones while he's playing for the Indianapolis Colts, and he's starting. This is like his third year. That could have been Shedeur 2 to 3 years from now.
Right. I'm here.
Just putting him in the right situation. I always told people I don't think that we have to look at everybody like they're a starter right away. I mean, look at people like Brock Purdy and and all those things. Classic said Coach JB is loud and wrong. Yeah, I don't think he's a bust. I don't think he's a bust at all. I mean, everybody know that. I'm a huge Shedeur fan. I don't think he's a bust at all. He said Raven system. This is not about a fit, though. Like, I think that's what everybody's getting misconstrued by what they're saying. It's not about a fit. It's about being with a program where you're going to be around winners, where people are going to produce a better result, and you're just going to be around winners. And I think he could have been able to like kind of sell himself or trade himself around. So that's why I looked at it. Like, I don't think that the Ravens system fits him at the moment, but who's to say 2 to 3 years from now when Lamar Jackson gets a little older, maybe an injury happens, maybe he can fall into. And to be honest with y'all, I think any system could fit a quarterback with the Ravens because they have something that a lot of teams don't have. They have a dominant running game. When you have a dominant running back, you're going to be able to pass the ball around in the NFL. Period.
Freight train. I call it freight train.
So, I mean, we all are entitled to our opinion.
Yeah.
He said once again, the next Ryan Leaf. Nah, he ain't no Ryan Leaf, dog. we ain't going that far now. Not with my boy. I got faith in Shedeur. I just wish that it's funny to me how everything is coming out now. Like these things didn't come out at the beginning. I know why they didn't, but at the same time, it's like I feel like he had the right response, saying that he's not going to respond to it. That being said, I think Ravens would have been a great fit for him. And when I mean fit, just a better environment. I think they would have took their time. They would have made sure he felt comfortable. He had another Colorado teammate there in Wester, who's your guys' punt returner right now, and 4th or 5th string receiver. So like he had somebody there that he could like still hang with, practice, throw routes to, do all this.
Somebody familiar, all that, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree with Coach JB with the fit of the organization. I don't Coach JB about him being the bust. I think it's hard to call someone a bust and they haven't got an opportunity to show yet.
Right.
So, but yeah, I just thought that was very interesting, man, when it comes to Shedeur, you know, and like I said again, today's show is called The Big Gamble, man. Shedeur took a big gamble. He chose to take his black chips, his poker chips off the Ravens, and he chose to cash in with the Browns. And right now, it's not looking too hot for him. You know what I mean? He's not even getting practice reps right now. So it's just something to think about. I always tell people, you know, we got to start gambling with our heads, not our hearts. That's not going to get you nowhere when you're going off of emotions. And I don't know who would even told him that. I would love to know who told him, like, hey, don't go to
Did they have a game plan before going into the draft?
I don't know. And if I'm not mistaken, I want to say Cleveland drafted Dylan before they drafted Dylan in what, 3rd round or something like that?
I think so.
So, like, you already knew Cleveland was looking a different direction. Why not go with the Ravens? Jen Stupid. She said purple isn't his color. Hey, he looked good. I ain't gonna lie, he looked good in the Cleveland uniform.
He does. Yeah.
But I mean, it's easy to look good when you keep it clean on the side, man. So again, man, it was a big gamble. And right now we're seeing the results of what it looks like when you put all your chips on the table, man. He chose the Browns. So, you know, shout out to my boy Shedeur. Tez and I know Classic already gave his opinion. What's up, Tez? 333.
What's up, Tez?
Tez, what are your thoughts about Shedeur choosing
the Browns over the Ravens?
He said Cincy might put. Yeah, I heard that. I heard the rumor is Cincy might go after him. I heard that. I don't know though, Tez, because Brownie didn't look bad, and he created a victory out of that last game. So I don't know. I mean, he could go there and be a second string quarterback behind Brownie. I can see that. It's big news on. Yeah, real big. Bengals is another orange thing.
Hey, Jen, do you think it goes with his skin tone or something? That's the reason why it's orange. You know, he sure is chocolate. He too young for me, but he chocolate. You know what I'm saying?
It's a gamble. You know what I mean? It's a gamble he took. Ted said Cleveland either needs to play him or drop him. Yeah. I said that too, man. Watching the Browns this weekend was very hard. It was hard, literally watching Flacco just say hut and get sacked. Like it was sad. Like it was like, and then they put Dillon in. He threw for a touchdown or whatnot. I just think they either need to go with the young boys or do something. He said the mock-up in Cincy stripes look. Yeah. Age ain't nothing but a number, April.
But he old enough to be my son, Jen. I can't.
Yeah, Flacco can't move. I agree.
I got a limit. on that.
You got a limit on the age.
On the age.
Okay.
I like him younger than me, but ooh.
Hey, but I think but I was like, man, when I seen that was crazy. That was crazy. So but as you guys can see today, we want to get to the main meat of the topic tonight. What he said before we move on. He said, Ted said, gotta lock some doors. I'll be right
doing
back.
That man thing. Yes. Lock up the house, secure the home.
This next topic is gonna really hit home. We're gonna go to our boy, man, Classic from the Classic Codes. Had a great show today.
Absolutely.
He ain't giving me what I want no more, but it was still great content for my guy. You know what I mean? He's gave up, he threw in the towel, you know what I mean? But I put a comment and then like a question in the comments today, and it became the question of the day. He said Shedeur will be fine. They put him on the field. I agree. I think he'll be fine.
They just got to give him a chance, Classic. Is basically what you're saying. Put him out there.
But the only thing about it, Classic, I just feel like, like the radar on him is so high already. Like he's not. I feel this way, and a lot of people might not feel it. I don't think he's going to get a fair shot. That's my opinion. From what I'm seeing today, if he doesn't leave Cleveland, he won't get a fair shot. He needs to get out of Cleveland, and Cincinnati will be it's right up the street. It's not far. You're going to go from Cleveland to to Cincinnati. That's not far at all. A couple hours, go up the road, man. But we got our boy Classic from the Classic Codes here. So we about to get into this. And then we actually got some videos to show you guys before we get into the subject tonight. So, but this is what the meat and potatoes are for tonight. Let me get that topic rolling across there. Mental health is more than race. So here we go.
Thought had made earlier. He said, Black therapists are most broken. That's how I knew it was a dead mission. So
to give y'all context, the reason why I wrote that is because we all know that at one point, Classic was in the business of saving Black women. He was in the business of trying to give them the knowledge that they needed to be successful in Black marriage, Black relationships, and just to be better Black women. And, some time went by. He hit his head on the wall a few times. He's still doing his Queen Codes, but he figured that, hey, this mission needs to be aborted. And he chose to abort that mission. And so throughout the show today, I was just telling him that because he asked about when do you give up on your goal or something like that. It was something to that nature. And I just said that, hey, you got to know what's your reason behind your mission, blase. And then we got into this. And this is when I started talking about that Black therapists aren't always good for the Black culture, this and that. And so this is my what I
we were talking earlier about how I came to the realization that trying to like specifically influence change in the number of nuclear black households, you know, trying to influence change in that number consistently going down, you know, I learned that it was a dead mission, because when it came to really breaking down why the black family isn't really a thing anymore, when it came time to have the discussion with the women and their side of it, right? Not saying that men don't need to do anything, but when it came time to have a discussion with the women and their side of it, over hours and hours and hours of content, I drew the inevitable conclusion that the sisters really don't want help in this regard. And so coming to that conclusion, Norris was pretty much, he pretty much was asking me in the chat earlier, like, why didn't you know already? And I explained it. And then he said he understood from having to deal with it in his workspace, in the psychology workspace. So he understood. He said black therapists are the most broken, and that's how he knew it was a dead mission. Can you elaborate on that, though? You said black therapists are the most broken, and so that's how you knew it was a dead mission. Cortez said, I got out of the industry so it wouldn't get me. Respect. But yeah, can you elaborate on that, Souls of Thought? You said black therapists are the most broken. That's how you knew it was I agree with you that sometimes therapists are some of the most broken people. I can agree with that, just from knowing some folks and things like that. But how did that also lead you to the conclusion that the mission of trying to fix the nuclear black family crisis was a dead mission? How did those two things correlate? I'll let you speak on it, because I'm done speaking on the sisters. It's all respect and love. Black queens forever. Facts. Black queens forever. Classic. But yeah, the tears down said I was a mood enhancement farm, a coal counselor, and I had to get out. Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do for you. But yeah, I'm waiting on Souls to give me a little bit more elaboration on how those two things correlate. But if he can't right now, it's all well and good. I know everybody ain't in predicaments where they can be in the chat. Some people driving, some people doing different things, people still at work, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, man, that's it for the chat Q&A. I actually got to get on with the rest of my day. I get to go make some money. The Tears Down said the slogan, "You're only sick as your secrets," made me realize that people are indeed terminal. Ooh, who made that slogan, Tez? Souls of Thought said, because we only want help from people who look like us, but broken past can't fix new present.
So that's the comment that I made. I couldn't give too much because, like you said, some of us are working, driving, whatnot. So I wanted to break this down tonight. Because those who do know me know I worked in the mental health field for over a decade. And a lot of people might not like this opinion. A lot of black people might not like this opinion. But the reason why I say that is because we're coming to a point in life where it's hard to fix the black nuclear family when we all know that it's trauma-based. It's a lot of people still create their own form of racism, which we're going to discuss a little bit tomorrow night. I think we're in a society now where we want to go seek help from people who look like us, not knowing that those people once had to seek help for themselves. And I think we get that misconstrued a lot, that just because you get a black therapist, you're going to receive the right type of care. And that's what I was saying, is that for me, I know black female providers. I know people, I'm not going to say names, but I know people who have some of the same issues that your day-to-day people have, and they still haven't even healed from those things. But we always focus in the black community about seeing someone that looks like us. And why do you want to see somebody who look like you And we're I'm gonna show a couple videos today. Thanks to April, we got a couple therapists that we're gonna pull up to show y'all some quick examples, and then we're gonna break this down a little bit more. But I want to encourage people that your help doesn't have to look like you for you to receive help. Mental health is not a thing about relationships. Let me say that again. Mental health is not about the relationship. A lot of us want to go to places that are a safe place, but you're not getting any help. Just because you're at a safe refuge doesn't mean you're receiving everything you need just because a person looks like you. Because what normally happens, and I've seen this in a therapeutic environment, we become friends and not therapists and client. You get someone who can relate to you, and you don't understand that just because they can relate to you doesn't mean they understand you. So we get all that misunderstood. So I just want to talk about that. Now he said, y'all talking about blacks. No, you comment on this. This is just about mental health in general, but it's focused on the black community. And then we also have some white people in here too. So I'm gonna switch over to this. We had to go to the great world of TikTok to find these. So we're gonna go through a couple videos and then give some more of our comments. So this, I wanted to able to research why a lot of people started to become therapists. And I want you guys to kind of hear why people become therapists.
Why am I a therapist? Hi guys, I'm Bree the therapist, if you do not know me already. I am a therapist within the Nashville area, and I primarily work with children, adolescents, and college-age students. I actually always get asked this question, and so I thought I'd just kind of come on here and on this platform and kind of share my why, just in case it inspires others just to be a therapist or seek therapy. So growing up, I always knew I wanted to do something with kids. I initially thought, it was going to be a teacher. I used to line up my stuffed animals, give them assignments, grade them, the whole shebang, literally. But I didn't really find any true clarity around what I wanted to do until my mom became a foster parent. So being a foster parent, we had a lot of different kids coming in and out of our home, struggling with emotional problems and behavior problems. And I always just wanted to understand why, what was going on, what caused this shift.
Okay, that's one. Then we go on to this one. This is another person that says why they started to be a therapist, and listen to this one.
And get asked is, what made you want to be a therapist? Why did you go into mental health? And of course, I say all the positive things, right? Oh, I wanted to change the face of mental health. I wanted to help destigmatize mental health. I wanted therapists to be able to look more than one way, right? But then I say the one thing that most therapists won't admit. And that's, I became a therapist because I'm nosy. I love a good piece of gossip. You meet some people and their lives are 50 episodes of an unwatched, good series full of drama, life lessons, real good stuff in there for us to really dig into and talk about. And I need to know what's going to happen next, okay?
I'm not going to play the whole 2 minutes because I don't want y'all to overlook what she said. So let's go to the next one.
We coming back to it, right?
Yep, we sure
Okay,
will.
thank you.
I see this quite often. One reason is that they
read that topic. 4 reasons a black person may see a white therapist. So pay attention. This is not a biased observation I'm giving you guys. This is mental health professionals as well.
might be really good for them. Okay. I'm not going to stay on here and say that only black people can serve black people. That is not the case. I've seen a lot of white clinicians who have done their work, who have truly done their work, show up in the best ways for black people, and they have gotten the best and quality care that they can have in that moment, period. The second reason has to do with accessibility. Financial affordability is included in that. What type of insurance they have is included in that. The type of town that they live in is included in that. If they're able to even find them, right? That has to do with it as well. Another reason might be good word of mouth. Going back to my first point, let's say they met with somebody who did really good and they also don't have a lot of access, or they feel just more comfortable, right? that person's going to refer them to other people in their community. So they might feel safer. So they've identified one particular person that felt good for them. And that might be their identified resource. And unfortunate as they may be, I've seen Black people who have not had a good experience with a Black therapist. So therefore, sometimes that scars them. I wish it didn't, right? But I'm not here to judge.
And last but not least, I wanted to make sure we got a male perspective.
Want to work with Black male therapists because I don't know, my experience has just been a little bit different. Not many people really want to work with Black male therapists. Like some people say they do, but then they get in the office and now it's like, oh, maybe I need to reconsider. For example, with Black women, oftentimes Black men are the perpetrator of a lot of their traumas. So working with a Black man and therapist just sometimes doesn't always make the most sense for them. And I understand that. It's not really difficult for me to understand. So I've had women before say I don't want to work with him. And I just had to be like, I get it though, because that makes a lot of sense considering the relationship sometimes that Black men and Black women have. And the other thing that's really surprising is Black men don't want to work with me either. Black women is Black men's safe space. So if we're going to talk about our problems, we're going to talk about it with Black women first. And there is a subgroup of Black men who are like, you know what, fine, I'll work with you. And I feel like they learn a lot. But there's a lot of hesitancy to work with Black male therapists. Now, don't get me wrong now. There are hella folks who be trying to get in my office and like fighting to work with Black male therapists. And I appreciate that. But I do want to name that they are part of the minority and definitely not the majority, at least from what I've noticed. I don't want to even get into like how white folks feel about working with Black male therapists. I think some of that can just be assumed. But there is something that's really important about working with Black male therapists. It is the idea of corrective emotional experiences.
So as you see there, we gave you guys a dose of a lot of different variety. This is not something Norris put together, April put together to try to bring division. I want people to start getting true facts when they listen to our shows. We get a lot of bad information from the masses. The one thing that I can say is true out of everything you might see is that there's a lower number of Black therapists. Outside of that, all that other nuances, that gentleman almost killed it for you. Because that's why I was trying to answer Classic's question today, is because we can't always run to what looks like us and think that we're going to be the ones that fix the problem. And because I think Classic was doing a very good job, but obviously people who look like him didn't feel like he was giving them what they needed, or they couldn't take the delivery that they were receiving it in. But you got to ask yourself this: would you take it from a white man telling you the same thing that Classic was telling you? Would you take it from April if she, get out of her shell and tell you the truth on how she sees things? That's what I want to talk about tonight, is that mental health is more than race. I seeked mental health in 2018, and my provider was a 60-plus-year-old white woman who wanted to live in a tiny home, who had this dog that she had in her therapist's office. And she was one of the best providers ever. I had a different thought process because I worked in mental health. I knew that, hey, I'm the person who's going to make my therapy good or bad. You make your therapy good or bad. Therapy is not race-based.
You got to do the work.
Yeah, a Black therapist is going to use this same book right here, this DBT. This is you'll see. Ask your therapist if any of y'all go. It's called DBT. I guarantee you 90% of your homework comes out of this. That's going to come from a Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Caucasian. It don't matter.
We're all taught the same.
We're all taught the same education. We're all given the same cognitive behavior therapy. We're all learning the same theories. Everything is the same. You have to be a good student. It's not about the teacher all the time. It's about you being a good student and being a good steward of your time and making sure that you're doing the work that you need to do. And before I let you go, April, I ain't going to take all up the time, but Tristan said the worst thing is when you find a therapist that has the same ideology as you, that has kept the Black community at a disadvantage. You hit it spot on, Tristan. That's what I was trying to say earlier, is that Y'all just heard a therapist who says she liked to hear your story because it gave her gossip. It was like a TV show.
So my question was, do you really want to help them? Are you in the business of helping people? Because that's what therapists do. They help people get through whatever they're doing. And you're just there to hear gossip. So
I'm going to tell y'all this. I worked with a lot of providers. I worked in a lot of clinics. I think I have met one, I'm talking about great black provider. And that's my boy, Dr. Davis. He out in Philly. And he also know Axel brother, but that's another thing for another story. So, Dr. Davis, I ain't gonna give his first name, but Dr. Davis is that guy. This dude is in books. He was part of like the civil rights movement, all types of stuff. We didn't always agree on everything, but I'm telling you, all his patients would come out crying. They will let you know, like, man, I don't know if I want to see Dr. Davis today, because Dr. Davis made sure that every day you walked in his office, you were being tested. And that's what mental health looks like. Mental health is not that you go in, give a sob story, talk to your best friend, and bring your therapist cookies. I've seen a lot of that stuff too. And then you leave and go pick up your prescription downstairs. That's not therapy. Therapy is doing the hard work that some days you don't want to come in and do. And that does not have a color on it. And that's why I told Classic that I knew that his battle to try to help a certain community was dead. Because even the help within the community is dead. So just take that with a grain of salt if you want. I just wanted to be able to be very clear about what I meant when I was on his show today. I didn't want to leave anything like any loose ends. I said speechless. Yeah. Tristan said that one word to describe that second video, chaotic. Yep. She said idea of corrected emotional experiences. Noted.
What that gentleman said, I think some people have problems receiving correction from a different race as well. So, and the same race, they have problems receiving correction, period. So, and I just wrote that in there. That's what he said, idea of corrected emotional experiences.
And it's funny to me because I go on, when you go and listen to all these panels, some of the biggest thing people complain about is, I can't find a therapist that looks like me. But you don't need a therapist that looks like you.
No. You just need to know the work to do to get you through what you're going through.
None of y'all out there, when your air conditioner go out, you don't care what race that man or that woman is that come and fix that AC in the summer.
As long as it get fixed.
You don't care if Bob, Mark, Julian, Jesus, you don't care who walked to that door. You just want to make sure that your AC works once they leave. It's the same thing with therapy. Just like getting in an Uber. You don't care who pick you up. You just want to get to your destination safely.
Absolutely.
That's what mental health is. Stop paying attention to the driver and be a better passenger.
Admittedly, I will say that when I was seeking therapy, I honestly wanted a Black woman because of how I grew up during my youth in the culture, the Black culture. And I wanted her to know I wanted her to understand my experiences and what I went through in order for her to guide me in the direction that I needed. But I never found her because I wanted a woman. And I did find somebody else who was, I'm still shopping around. You have to shop around for your therapist now. Everybody is not for everybody. It's just, even though we shouldn't be treating it like a relationship, it's just as your personal care doctor as well. You have to shop around for a great personal care doctor, somebody who's going to cater to what you need. So it's tough. It's tough.
And think about what you said though. You wanted and this is just a example, right?
Oh, absolutely.
April wanted a black female therapist.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think that black female therapist would think about you every time that you leave that office?
Oh. Hey, I don't even have to get into it because we know.
Think about that. You're seeking something that even doesn't look at you equal.
Right.
And I'm telling y'all this is coming from the heart of North. I'm telling y'all from experience. Mm-hmm. I worked in it. I'm telling y'all.
Yeah.
I done see therapists come out the room and just start talking about the patient so bad. You be like, did you help them?
Right.
Did you assist them? Mm-hmm. like what's going on? Like, and that's what people don't understand. And that's why I was trying to tell, what I was trying to explain to Classic is that you can't help a group that doesn't want help. That doesn't mean everybody in the group doesn't want help. I'm not saying all black people. I'm not saying all white people. I'm just saying that you can't help a group that doesn't want help.
Exactly.
And then also, let me give y'all another little nugget. Go talk to those black therapists. A lot of them ain't coming from where you came from.
Nope.
That black girl just told you she lived in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
You think she working with a lot of black kids?
Nope.
I guarantee you every black woman that go see the young man at the end, they just like because he attractive.
Yep.
I seen that too. I seen people pick providers by how they look.
We got to get with Kendra too. That one that fell in love with her therapist.
Yeah,
like wild mess right there.
For real. But this is just me being honest with y'all. I know everybody's not going to take it well, but I'm going to give you the truth. And you can't fix a broken environment with somebody who has a broken past trying to fix a new future. Not saying they can't give you guidance, but I would tell you stop seeking stuff that looks like you.
And most therapists get into therapy because they sought therapy before. So,
and this is what I would challenge everybody to do if you're African American and you choose to go see a therapist that looks like you. Mm-hmm. When you talk to your therapist on your intake, which should be like a 90-minute intake, an hour and a half, ask them, have you ever received therapy and what was the race of your therapist? Because you're going to be very shocked that a lot of them that were broken was fixed by somebody who don't look like them, but you're chasing down someone who looks like you. Hey, Tristan said it doesn't matter who the therapist is. If you find therapist who tells you the truth or leads you to the truth, it's kryptonite to the modern woman. I would say most modern women, and you will hit it on the head.
Tristan, when is your book coming out? Because you be on it. You be cooking.
Yeah. And I will highly encourage y'all to go over to Ask a Brother podcast. He actually did a video about female influencers lately. And he talks about Cheyenne Bryant. He didn't say her name, but everything led up to her. Everybody knew who he was talking about. But he was talking about how you can tell if a person's really there to help you or if that person's there to just benefit off of you, those type of things. I think it's something that really needs to be said. Classic, man. Y'all, man, we got to send out we need Classic back. I said, I know this is off topic, but how you feel about psychedelic therapy? Oh, no, that ain't off topic. I heard good things about it, Oz. Out in Washington State, out there in Seattle, they actually did a whole study on mushrooms and psychedelics probably back in 2022 to 2023. The gentleman who allegedly killed bin Laden, that soldier, that army guy, he actually went there to cure his PTSD, man. So I'm a big component of it, man, for content purpose on it. Yeah, I would definitely look into it if people are knowledgeable of it. I know we can't really talk about it indefinitely, but yeah, kind of like Classic said, you know, I'm going to give mushrooms a shot, allegedly. Yeah, like I heard good things about it, but if you get a time, Oz, look up the study they did in Washington. I want to say it was in Seattle, but they did a whole study, and they had a lot of soldiers that had PTSD and stuff. Actually did it out there. So, but correct me if I'm wrong. Just look it up. I think it was Seattle though. So yeah, I have that's not our topic at all, because mental health normally does have some form of medication type management too.
And we need to put out there too that PTSD isn't just about these soldiers that have gone overseas. PTSD can be anything from giving birth to being, it's post-traumatic stress disorder. Whatever happened to you traumatically is whatever falls into that category. It's not just about these soldiers going overseas. And I'm not downplaying that at all, because that's tough, you know, but there's other categories and areas where you can get PTSD. So
that's very true. Very true. But just wanted to bring that up for you guys. It was a topic that I wanted to be able to close. It was a great show by Classic today, but I never want to leave any loose ends. I want people to kind of understand. It's hard through the chat to kind of give your full thoughts on certain things, but
absolutely.
I'm a big mental health supporter. I think if you need it, you should pursue it, but do not get locked in these conversations that people try to lock you in about. They should look like you. Oh, they can't relate to me. You never know until you get the opportunity. I'm sure all of us have made friends. And let me say this too, a life coach and a therapist are two different things.
Two different things. Absolutely.
Do not go get you a life coach. Go get you a therapist. Two different things, because a lot of people going through this life coach route. It's not a good look. So
anybody can be a life coach. I don't think you don't have to be licensed or anything for a life coach. No.
Oh, you get it like a certification and stuff like that. Definitely not. Yeah, just you're a good friend. Everybody need a good friend. Hit time to time. But as advertised, as advertised and promised, we're gonna end every night with our girl April. We're gonna end with wife code number 2. Hold on 1 second. He said, if they relate to you, that's a problem too. Don't let me cook too much. Oh no, hey, you already know, truth. I'm trying to tell him. Some people want people in that foxhole with them. Classic said American women seek agreement, and is that consoling? So,
not help. Life coach is a pay homie. You're right, Classic.
It is. Hey, so technically, you got to think about content creators are pretty much life coaches. If you follow or agree with some of their ideology, their thinking, so thing. So,
because what you need to do is what I did was.
So we have April here with wife code number 2, humility and hard work. So let me just make sure I got the speed, because y'all know April's.
I talk slow.
So here
goes
Southern
drawl.
Chapter 2. Here we go.
I gotta change my intro too.
I like it.
I gotta be real with y'all. I'm sitting here trying to record this, getting chills reading into this, because it's okay. Welcome to episode 2 of the Wife Code, Ruth's Legacy, right? We're gonna be talking about humility and hard work, grace and favor in this episode. We're gonna move straight on into chapter 2, where Ruth and Naomi, they're now back in Bethlehem. And here's the thing, right? They're broke, they're widowed, and they've got to survive somehow. So what happens? Ruth, she steps up. And in verse 2, she says, let me go out into the harvest fields to pick up the stalks of grain left behind by anyone who is kind enough to let me do it. And I want to read the King James Version, right? And Ruth, the Moabitess, said unto Naomi, let me now go to the field and glean ears of corn after him, in whose sight I shall find grace. And she said unto her, go, my daughter. Naomi said, go ahead and go on out there. Go. And for Ruth, that's humility. That's work ethic. She's not sitting around waiting on someone to come rescue her. She gets in the field. And guess whose field she ends up in? Boaz. Oh, I just got chills. Boaz. In verse 3, it says, as it happened, she found herself working in a field that belonged to Boaz. Look at God. That's alignment. That's pure alignment. That's not accident. That's alignment. In verse 3, says, and she went and came and gleaned in the field after the reapers, and her hap was to light on part of the field belonging unto Boaz. it just aligned.
So we're not gonna play it too far. I know April doesn't really like watching herself again like that. So I want you to be able to speak on what you got out of Wife Code 2 for the humility and hard work. And then if you have any questions for any of the men in the chat, myself, maybe we can answer those, and then I'll probably pose a question to you as well. You're on mute.
Yeah, because my internet went out, so I didn't hear none of it. But what I got from that is I want to read his. I need to click off of it because I'm gonna be wanting to read what he said.
You want me to go ahead and read it before you?
You can if you want to.
Yeah, it throws you off, don't it?
It does. When I see him pop up, I be wanting to go.
Attaining honor to protect both of their reputations, Boaz sent Ruth away early in the morning before she could be seen. Demonstrates that they were concerned with avoiding the appearance of what's that?
Probably inappropriate.
Yeah, inappropriate
behavior to the non-betrothed. Okay. Yeah, I didn't get deep off in it. I just touched the surface of it. I will be going deeper later on. But yeah, Ruth, she's a tough cookie. She decided to stay alone, not knowing where she would be going or what her path would be. And she got out there. She saw the opportunity to go out and get work. And that's what she did. She moved forward and went on. What kind of questions you got for me though?
So how did you feel about, because I thank you, Tez, for breaking that down too. Let me read this before he said Boaz called Ruth a worthy woman and blessed her for her faithfulness, specifically because she did not pursue younger, potentially wealthy man. That is true, but also Boaz had to wait in line because there was actually another suitor for her that was in the family lineage there. He said his response confirms that he understood her request to be an honorable marriage proposal, not a seduction. Yeah. I will tell people to read a lot too, because there's other things that when she went to lay at his feet, I think that's chapter 3 you're going to go into.
I think so. Yeah, chapter 3.
She goes and lay at her feet. I think that was a lot of humility too. But when it came to hard work, I think it's very unique that he found he was able to provide for the woman even while she was working.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of correlate that to today's times, right? Because a lot of us feel like, a woman shouldn't have to work, or some people feel that it should be 50-50. So what are your thoughts on seeing what Ruth went through so far, seeing, the work that she wasn't afraid to put in? How do you feel about that?
See, let me.
No, you're good. You're good.
If you want to read the chat, ask me that question again, please.
How do you feel about, because and now we always talk about 50-50. We always talk about some women say they want to stay home and live in their soft life, things of that nature. But after you have been reading the book of Ruth so far and going through the series, how do you feel about a woman's work and her work actually led her to her person?
It always goes back to the dynamics of the household and the man that you find or finds you. A woman needs to work before she has a man anyways, because who's gonna take, if she doesn't go straight into marriage from leaving her household, then I don't even know where I'm going with this. My mind just went left. This internet is getting on my I'm sorry, y'all. This internet is getting on my nerves. It's gone out several times tonight, and I apologize. But no, it depends. In today's time, it depends on the dynamics of the household and whatever you have with your partner. I feel as though a woman like myself, being that how my life has gone so far, the path of my life has gone so far, I want to work. And if opportunity presents itself later on and Boaz finds me or I find Boaz, whichever may way it may go. Whatever he decides is best for our household is best for our household. If he says, hey, you need to work, I'm out in the streets. If he says no, then you need to be at home, then I am Sally Homemaker or whatever you want to call her. So, but in doing so, if I'm at home, guaranteed he won't have to lift a finger to do anything. So I will play my role in the household to make sure that his house stays a home. Yeah. So I think that all depends on the dynamics, dynamics of everything. So
and then I want to play
today's time.
I want to play a little bit more because I think you said something in here that was very good. So give me 1 second.
That's where she ended up. Okay. Then in verse 10, Ruth responds to Boaz's kindness with humility. Why have I found such favor in your eyes that you notice me, a foreigner? In verse 10 said, then she fell onto her face and bowed herself to the ground and said unto him, why have I found grace in thine eyes that thou shouldest take knowledge of me, seeing I am a stranger? She knows the value of grace and she carries herself with gratitude as well. So she's out there, she's this hardworking woman with humility and grace, and she's holding on to gratitude, and he noticed her. She didn't chase him. She chased faithfulness. Her posture of hard work and humility positioned her for the blessing.
Say that again. What did she chase? Oh, I think April internet messing up again. But if you'd seen in there, she was actually chasing favor and grace. She wasn't chasing money. She wasn't chasing a husband. She was doing the things that she needed to do. Yeah, you good. Trisha said women have always worked. There's no such thing as a kept woman, in my opinion. I agree. Classy said, what if Boaz is 5'6"? I got a strong statement to that, but I'm gonna let you go first. Oh, you muted. You gotta unmute, yeah.
Yeah, I'm 5'6", so we'll be nose to nose. It's fine with me. Won't be no bending over the kids. It would be right there, Eskimo kissing and all right there. I mean,
you know what I got to say about that, Classic? I think once a woman is in her trial, she loses all judgment.
Meaning?
Let me say that one more time. When a woman is going through her trial, she loses all judgment. I think when a woman hits a low, like a Ruth hit, not saying Ruth because Ruth was a different type of woman, but if a woman, I feel like if a modern woman in today's time hits a low like Ruth did, she would take whatever. All those stats and all the things that she wanted from a man wouldn't matter anymore. Because she would feel like she's at rock bottom and she just needs someone to help her out of that hole. Would they have lasted like Boaz and Ruth? I don't know. With that being said, I think today's woman, when they struggle, they seek men more. That's why I think you see more women today on OnlyFans. You see more women doing all these seductive things on TikTok. And like, you can't even go through TikTok without a woman supposed to be on a live and she half naked standing in the kitchen and you got 600 men in there coming. Like, it just, I
honestly get tired of seeing.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like,
everything all over the internet.
100 classic.
So yeah. I miss when you was reading the comments, but that's okay. My internet acting foolish tonight, but yeah, it's reading Ruth really opened up my eyes to a lot of things. I was always the woman that, if you want me, you got to come get me because I'm not going to seek you. And I'm going to be who I am. And if you don't like who I am, then I'm not for you type deal. But, classic. But it's, Ruth opened up my eyes to where sometimes you have to make sure you present yourself not sometimes, you have to present yourself in a way you want to be, seen. So, and pursued too as well. So, it's a good book. I'm gonna dive deeper into it on some coming up episodes and whatnot, and really break it down all the way down. But this was just scratching the surface. So we got a lot more to look at, and how it ties in with Proverbs 31 and all that good stuff. So.
And I'm gonna tell you guys too. April's been getting a lot of comments from people that actually run across her video. This one comment a day ago said he is not a God of condescendence. Anything God does is with purpose. I would like to think I'm putting myself in a field where God can find me, but there are times where I find myself doing what is comfortable for me.
Sometimes we have to step out of that comfort zone.
So I want y'all to know there's people out there, as classics say, you know, the good women have to speak louder. So it is people, women that are commenting on her posts who see on her videos seeing, you know, this. And I think somebody else told her like they're glad to see somebody using the book of Ruth instead of Proverbs.
Right.
So it's out there. Classic said the juice ain't worth the squeeze with modern women. I agree with Ray J about husband to the average woman being a hard.
Right. Classic is still classic.
Yeah.
I will say this. I want to thank Classic, Plug, and you because y'all have really opened my eyes to a lot of things. I'm not saying I've been naive this whole time to men and how men think and whatnot, but y'all have really turned the page on how I view some men and how I view not necessarily myself, but things that I can improve in myself. Because being the independent woman that I am, the woman that I'm not gonna say independent, being the woman that I am today, really, I would say a kind of wall up, I would say, and I don't know, it's not coming out how I want it to, but it's handicapped me in a little way, a small little way, and seeing those things help me bring out more of who I desire to be and who God knows how I am. I'll say it like that. So appreciate it, y'all.
No problem. And the biggest thing, it's not really us. You just finally found people that you were willing to listen to.
Yes.
That's really
and actually not necessarily just listen to, but people willing to put out the information and yeah, they're right there. Tonight is not my night, baby.
Don't let the internet frustrate you. It's all right. Trisha said, I think that women without husbands should seek system, order, and structure with God.
Oh, absolutely.
Prove yourself before God sends his son to you.
Hey, Trisha, when we going to dinner? Because you be cooking.
He said, we appreciate the growth, April, a little bit. Yeah, don't give it too much, Trisha. You know, they'll think they baby Ruth by the next day. You know what I mean? No, but that's really all that matters. Even if you or Jen or Alicia or Lisa or Key, even if it's just those handful of women who pay attention to the content and get something out of it, I think Classic Mission went a success. I think our mission went a success. I don't think we're going to save everybody, but at the end of the day, I think we can provide something for everybody. And sometimes people don't want to take heed until it's too late. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you know, you got to do what's best for you. But we're just here to put that information out. We got like 2 minutes. If anybody got a question or anything in the chat, let us know. Hopefully you guys got something out of this episode today. Like I said, it was called The Big Gamble. So the biggest thing I want to let you guys know is don't gamble on your mental health. Don't gamble on your mental health. Don't gamble on your relationship with God. Don't gamble on the things that actually matter. He said, men, pick a headache and rock out. Even a good woman is a headache.
Sometimes.
Just don't accept the migraine.
No, not the migraine. A headache. Well, you know, right in here just a little bit. Not the tension headache, you know, the tension headache, you know. Just a little bit right here. That little sinus headache they be, you know, sometimes get to you. Yeah.
Hey, class of ladies, just because as perfect as y'all sound in the chat, choose wisely.
Be as perfect.
Y'all don't have anything for us. That's it for us tonight. Like I said,
appreciate y'all coming and sitting with us for this time and dealing with me and my
going out now. That's going out now. But make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. We're actually going to talk about the confusion in the race pool. We're going to talk about some nuances, people talking about racism from all different accounts. We appreciate you too, Tristan, man.
Absolutely.
We're going to get you on here soon. So we're going to be talking about racism tomorrow. Well, the definition of it. We're going to be talking about. We also going to be talking about some stuff from Steve Harvey interview with the Pivot, talking about men and success. And we're going to have a couple more things to talk to you guys about tomorrow. But again, as I mentioned, tomorrow is my birthday. Make sure you transfer your money from savings to checking so we can get super chats in here so we can get that money flowing tomorrow. But appreciate
buy us a drink, y'all.
Yeah, buy a drink. My drink is around $15. So if everybody just sends $15, I think
that's a double shot.
Don't worry about that. Hey, you can barely get 2 Red Bulls for under $12.
I know.
But I appreciate everybody.
Thank y'all for coming.
Came in tonight. Oz, Tristan, Classic, Jen, Tez down. Make sure y'all tap in to Tez. When you coming back? You feeling any better? I don't know when Tez, but Tez normally comes on mid-morning around 11:30ish. And then after that, you got Classic with the Classic Codes. He comes on around 3:30, 4 o'clock Central Standard Time. And then we usually round out the night. If I'm not mistaken, Classic has Queen Codes for this Thursday. I'm sure he'll come out with the thumbnail and the time and everything by tomorrow or so. But Thursday is Queen's panel. I'm very interested in seeing this one. And then also go make sure you check out Conversation with South Rain.
I'm gonna go live sooner or later. I got to get up.
Yeah. If anybody's seen Uncle Plug, y'all put a bolo out for him.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, we appreciate everybody for coming. And it's another one, man. We appreciate y'all here in No Middle, man. We out. What's good, my Souls of Thought family? It's your boy Norris, and I want to tell you before you leave this video today, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And if you haven't already, make sure you leave a comment, hit the like button, share this content, and make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. And as I leave every video, God loves you, which is most importantly. I love you. You're beautiful, and your boy's out. Let go.